Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Java with Jim. My name is Jim Meyer, broker associate at Remax Gold. Now you have a friend in the real estate business. You also have a friend in the attorney business. A lot of people need to lawyer up today, and there's no better lawyer to lawyer up with than Jim Filippi. So give him a call. And we're here with my good friend, Grandmaster Robert Parham. Robert, do you have any questions of our resident attorney, because he's not cheap, so we might as well ask him something while we've got him on the phone.
Yeah.
Sure. Here's a question. If you are an entity and the city gives the entity, let's say, grants over a period of, I don't know, 10, 20 years, and that entity is dependent upon that grant, and it's not actually written in a contract, but it's understood that the entity gets that grant and the city stops giving that grant, what recourse does the recipient have for that?
You're talking about like a grant of money?
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. That's all contractual based, and you got to look into what was written in the agreement. There's always you said there was nothing like a written agreement, but usually
Right.
there's granting documents,
Right.
in agreements, and that's where I would look to if I was working a case like that. And the only time you really have a recourse with something like that is if they've made promises or implied that there's a promise of ongoing grant money. Unless they've done that, or they've granted you some sort of license where there's a property interest that vests. Unfortunately, there's not much recourse. It's really a case by case basis. And so if you have someone that's run into that situation, definitely have them sit down with an attorney, review everything to see if there's anything that can be done to compel the city to do, hopefully do the right thing. And if not, there's always reaching out to the elected officials to see if there's some help they can provide.
And shame them on YouTube. Yeah, just like in real estate.
Probably not the best strategy, but it is a strategy.
Good. See, I'm dropping some knowledge bombs. Like in real estate, when in doubt, read the contract. Jim, if somebody wants you to read a contract, what the initial consultation, just to give you a ballpark figure, some bullet points, what does that cost?
So our initial consultations, we're usually not going to go through a contract at that point. Contracts are very detailed, and you can have a legal issue hinge on one word, or even there's been situations where they've hinged on the appearance of a punctuation point or a comma or the absence of one. And so it's unfair to the client to have a review done at that point. But during that initial consultation, we're going to figure out what the concern is, what the issues are, see if it's something we can help them with, and then no charge for that. But if we end up jumping into that contract and reviewing it for you, obviously there'll be a charge for that work.
Wonderful. So, Robert, this particular situation, what state is it in?
California.
Okay, that's where we happen to be. Cool. Okay, you guys, you heard it. Now you have friends in the real estate and attorney business, and if you want to kick somebody in the face and you want to learn how to do it right, who do you call? Robert. Robert, do you give what's an initial consultation for you? Does that cost for like somebody wanted to call you up and pick your brain on how long it would it would take you to teach them how to basically beat somebody to a pulp?
The best way is to reach me on Facebook, Robert.Parham, and inbox me, and let's have a discussion.
Awesome. You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Now you got friends all over the place. We're going to see you again for another exciting episode of Java with the Jims. Thank you very much.